Start to move around your feet a little bit, just roll around. Close your eyes. Create an intention for today. Create an intention why you came to your mat today, whether it's for yourself, for your loved one, for a place, for a group of people. Just keep that intention in mind throughout your practice. Whenever your mind starts to wander, you have that intention to come back to. With our eyes closed, we'll slow things down. Take in a deep breath. Let it out the mouth. Take in another deep breath with me. Let it out the mouth. So take our right hand, put on our belly, and take our left hand on our chest. As we take in this breath, feel the air coming through your nose, down the back of your throat, belly filling up, chest filling up. Hold it and let it out. Becoming mindful of that breath. Start to connect that breath with our intention, with our movements. Being mindful. Take another inhale, belly fills. Hold it. Exhale slowly out the nose. Inhale, fill the belly. Feel the chest cavity fill. We'll hold it for 3, 2, and 1. And we'll let it out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Deep inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold it for 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 3, 2, 1. We'll hold it. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Follow this movement. Continue your own breath. Be mindful of the breath and the movement of the body. Slowly let the arms fall to the side. Feeling light as we breathe. Slowly open the eyes. We'll come into our mountain pose. Bring our toes together and about 3 inches between our heels. We'll feel ourselves grounded into the floor. Lift our kneecaps, flexing the thighs, tilting the pelvis. So from here, we'll straighten the body up, tilting the pelvis forward, flexing the stomach back slightly, pulling into the stomach, lifting the ribs, slowly dropping the shoulder blades down the spine. Chin is parallel to the floor. Gaze is about 3 feet, 4 feet in front of you. We'll take an inhale and our hands will come up to meet up above our heads. Take an inhale, lift. And exhale, we'll drop into field goals, stretching the back. Take an inhale, we'll lift. Exhale into a field goal. Inhale, would be lift. Exhale to a field goal. And one more time, we'll hold it up top. Exhale. We'll take the left hand and we'll grab the right wrist. We'll take a deep inhale. We'll bend it over to the left. Exhale. Take a deep inhale, stretching the ribs. If you like, you can step that right foot out to the side. Just get a long stretch down the side of the body. One more inhale. And exhale, we'll straighten up. Take our right hand, grab our left wrist. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bend to the right. Stretching the ribs. Do as you did on the right side. Step the left foot out if you want to take a long stretch. Inhale. Take it back up on the inhale. Exhale, the hands to the heart. Just warming up the spine, let the hands hang. Take a nice little twist. So we get up that mid back before we start moving into our folds. Keeping a solid foundation. Our foundation is key throughout our flow. Slow it down. Our hands will come to our side. Come back to your breath. Solid foundation, your mountain pose. On the inhale, lift with me. Exhale, we'll hinge at the hips as we fold forward. Bringing our belly to our thighs, slowly bend the knees. Allow the body just to hang. Grab opposite elbows with the hands. Just come to your ragdoll. Let the body just hang loosely. You can rock side to side. We're just waking up the lower spine. Let the hands hang to the floor. Pressing solidly into the ground. We'll use the strength of our thigh, our quads, and our belly, and we'll slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Head comes up last. As we come up, shoulder blades drop down the spine. Head comes up last. Chin is vertical to the floor. We'll take an inhale. We'll take the hands back up. Exhale. We'll hinge at the hips, folding forward. Again, allow the belly to come to the thighs. Knees bend. But again, roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae, using the quads and the belly. As you roll up, let the shoulder blades drop down the spine. Head comes up last. Take a deep inhale, hands will come up. Exhale, we'll fold. Hands come to the floor. Straighten the legs as much as you can, that you feel comfortable, just to feel that stretch in the hamstrings. We'll take the right hand to the center, right below our faces. And on the inhale, we'll take the left hand as the sky. Left leg stays straight, right knee bends. Bend that right knee just so you can feel that stretch in the hamstring on the left side. Take the gaze up to the left thumb. Inhale, and on your exhale, get a twist a little deeper. Take the left hand to the floor. Place the right. On the inhale, take the right hand to the sky. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. Take the gaze up to the thumb. Deep inhale, and the exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, bring that right hand to the floor. Bend the knees. Slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Head is heavy. Head comes up last. Shoulders rolling down the spine. Solid stance. Do another sun salutation. Knees come up high, belly's tucked, ribs back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold with me. This time, hands plant to the floor. We'll step back to a plank. Let's hold the plank. Warming up the belly a little bit. Hold with me. You want your shoulders over the elbows, elbows over the wrist, pressing back into your heels, toes curled underneath your feet, belly tucked tight, straight line from the top of the head down to the heels. You got this morning. We're just warming things up. If you need to at any moment, you can come to your knees to hold this position. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5. We'll slowly lower it down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Elbows replace the hands. We'll come into our Sphinx pose. Just stretching out the shoulders a bit. Pressing our toes firmly into the mat. Take an inner rotation in our thighs. We're gonna have like a sliding motion in our forearms as we pull the heart through. So with the inhale with me, we'll slide our hearts through, lifting the chest. Exhale, relax. Inhale, we'll lift it. Pressing the toes firmly into the mat. Exhale, relax. Replacing the elbows with the palms. We'll come to our low cobra. Opening the chest a little deeper, waking up the lower back. Again, we press our feet into the floor. When we do that inner rotation in the thighs, we're protecting our lower spine by opening up the sacrum a bit. So on the inhale, we'll lift, press the feet, use the hands slightly, roll the shoulder blades back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, lower down. This one we'll lift the hands as when we lift. Lift the palms, use the lower back, press the toes into the floor. Exhale, lower down, relax. Take a moment, extend the right arm out to the side, open up the chest, with the right ear relax to the floor. Using our left hand, roll yourself over to the right side of your body. Other side. Again. Right side of the body, arm extended. There you go. Use the left leg kick back, you get some little pressure. You can bend the knee here, bring the sole of the left foot behind the right knee. Use your own weight to, don't press too hard, just open up the chest slowly, allow the head to relax. We're gonna wake the shoulders up before we get into our flow, making sure all the body's all warmed up. We'll roll back onto our bellies, extending the left hand out to the side, bringing the left ear to the floor. Using the right hand to slowly roll over to the left side of the body. Head relax. Wake up the pecs. Take this foot behind you. Use the knee to cross little weight as much as you need to open up. Great job. Rolling back to our bellies. We'll take our palms under our shoulders, toes curl under. We'll slide our rears back to our heels, pressing back firmly into our hands. Just allow the back to curl slowly, the toes curled under, stretching out the lower back. We get to lift the knees slowly off the floor, create a nice little stretch. Toes curled under. And we'll push up into our plank, coming forward. Nice. Hold the plank and we'll lower down slowly. Inhale, we'll lift into our little cobra, toes planted to the floor. We'll curl the toes under, we'll press back again one more time. Glutes to the heels, pressing into the palms, knees lift slowly. Spring it back up into our plank. Lower down for 3, 2, and 1. Toes press into the floor, slight lift. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Toes curl under, press it back. Glutes to the heels, knees to the, press forward up to the plate one more time. And we'll lower down for 3, 2, and 1. Toes to the floor, lift the heart of the inhale. Exhale, we'll lower down, press it back, heels. Glutes to the heels, and then we'll slowly lift the glutes to the sky as we press into the heels. Coming up to our first downward dog. Begin to pedal out the heels, bend the knees one at a time. Pedal your legs like you're riding a bicycle. Take your feet plank. There you go, Patrick. Wonderful. Keep the arms straightened out, fingerprints. Keep your hands spread wide so your weight is distributed evenly. Keep your glute up like you had. Come into like an upside down V. There you go. Perfect. That's your downward dog. That's where you want to be when you hold your stance. Allow the weight to distribute out your fingers so it's not too heavy on the wrist. Awesome. And from here, take one more inhale. Gauge between the toes. We'll slowly walk the feet up between the hands. Allow the body just to hang. On our inhale, press our hands into our shins, we'll lift halfway. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we'll slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Neck comes up last, comes up heavy, shoulder blades down the spine. take a slow flow. Follow me, step by step. We'll take our inhale, and our exhale will fold. Inhale, we'll take our hands to our shins, we'll lift halfway. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we'll step back to our planks. Exhale, we'll lower down. Toes come flat to the floor. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, lower down. We'll take our glutes to our heels, pressing back into our palms. Glutes come up to the sky. And then into our downward dog. Pressing firmly into our hands, we'll take our gaze between our feet, allowing the weight to fall into our heels. Awesome, Patrick. Doing a wonderful job. See this V shape Patrick has here? This is our downward dog. We'll take one more inhale, and exhale, we'll slowly walk it back up, hands between the feet. Take an inhale, we'll lift up halfway, hands pressing into our shins. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we'll lift up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Wonderful. So we just did a little, light little sun salutation. We'll add some pieces to that. We'll take an inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands pressed to the shins. Exhale, fold. Step back to your plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the heart. Pressing the toes into the floor. Exhale, curl the toes. Glutes to the heels. Pressing into the palms and fingertips. And slowly lift the heels high lift the glutes high to the sky. Now we're in our downward dog. We'll take our right leg up. Toes, leg parallel to the floor. Toes pointed to the floor. We'll take a nice little pulse. We'll pulse that right leg a little bit. Pulse with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll roll back up to that plank position with our right knee is going to touch our right tricep. Wonderful. Exhale, we'll kick it back. Inhale, we'll take it to the, exhale, right knee to the left elbow. Kick it back. One more inhale, knee to the nose. Exhale, we'll kick it back. Right foot comes to meet the left in our downward dog. Left leg raises parallel to the floor. Toes pointed to the mat. You pulse with me for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left knee comes to the right, left elbow. Exhale, we'll push it back. Inhale, left knee to the left elbow. Exhale, we'll push it back. Knee to nose. Exhale, we'll push it back. Feet come to meet to the floor. We'll come to a relaxation pose. We'll come to our child's pose. So we'll take our knees, come to our knees on the outside of the mat. Take your bum to your heels. Allow the forehead to come to the mat. This is your relaxation pose. Anytime you feel a little, you need a little break, a little exhaustion, not exhaustion, I'm sorry. You need to catch a breath. Come to this position. Come back to your intention. Close your eyes. Feel mindful of the breath again as it comes in slowly through the nose, to the back of the throat, filling the lungs, filling the chest cavities fill up. Take your gaze between your thumbs. We'll take a slide on our belly as we slowly slide forward. Hips stay low, legs straighten out, toes press to the mat. We'll lift our hearts with the inhale. Exhale, curl the toes, press the bum back to the heels, lift up to our downward dog. Stay here for 2 breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale deep to the nose, out the mouth. Inhale, we'll slowly walk the feet up between the hands. Inhale, pressing the hands into the shins, lift halfway. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming into our strong mountain pose. Toes come together, being mindful of our grounding into the earth. Knees lift, solid stance. Inhale, hands lift high. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Inhale, lift halfway. Hands press into the shins. Exhale, fold. Hands into the mat. Step back to your plank. Lower down. Inhale, we lift. Heart high. Feet pressed into the mat. Exhale, back. Down to your downward dog. Inhale, lift the right foot. Exhale, we'll step it through. Bring the left knee to the floor. Hands frame the right foot. Take a nice little runner's lunge. We'll stretch into that hamstring. Chest lifts. Toe curls under on the left foot. We'll press it back on the exhale. Lifting the back into our downward dog. Inhale, we'll lift the left leg. Step it through. Right knee comes to the floor. Keep the hands framing the left foot. Start to bring a little forward weight into the left leg, stretching out the front hip flexor on the right side, I'm sorry. That deep stretch. Inhale, step it back. Back to your downward dog. Take one breath with me. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, walk your feet up. Inhale, pressing the hands into the shins, lifting halfway. Exhale, we fold. Slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Head comes up last, shoulder blades down the spine. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands into the mat. Step back to your plank. Lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press back. Lift the hip. Come into your downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Step it through. Hands framing the foot. Left knee comes to the floor. This time we'll raise up as we stretch into that hip flexor on the left side. Slight arch in the back. This is crescent moon pose. Being mindful that you're not crunching into the back. Belly is tight. Tail was tucked under. One more inhale. Exhale, frame the foot. Step it back to your downward dog. Inhale, lift the left foot. Step it through. Right knee to the floor. Inhale, we lift to the crescents. That nice moon pose. Wonderful, Pat. Nice little arc. Just the shape of a moon, exactly. Crescent moon. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, frame the foot. Step it back. Downward dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, slowly walking forward. Feet between the hands. Inhale, we halfway lift. Pressing our hands into our shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Shoulders roll down the spine. Kneecaps lifted, strong pose. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Step back, lower down. Inhale, lift the heart. Toes press into the mat. Exhale, curl the toes. Boots to the heels. Slowly rise up to your downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step it through. Knee stays high this time. Stay in that runner's lunge that we had. Just stretch out the quad on this side. Lifting the heart. Take a deep inhale with me. And exhale, we'll slowly begin to straighten the right leg. Coming into a nice triangle pose here. Stay on the toes of the left foot, heel stays high. Stretch the hamstring on the right leg. Inhale, we'll slowly bend the right leg again forward. Exhale, we'll straighten the right leg. Inhale forward. Exhale, straighten. Inhale forward. Exhale, we'll take the leg back. Coming back into your downward dog. Inhale, lift the left foot. Step it through into your high lunge. Lifting the heart. Inhale. Exhale to the nose. Straightening the left leg, staying high on the toes on the right foot. Heel stays high. Inhale, come forward to the lunge. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Inhale forward. Exhale, straighten. Inhale forward, hands come to the mat. Left leg goes back to your downward dog. Inhale deeply, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, slowly walk the feet up between the hands. Anytime you can come to your your child's pose to take a relaxation. Inhale, we'll lift hands, pressing the hands to the shins. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, roll it vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to your plank. Lower down slowly. Inhale, we'll lift the heart. Exhale, curl the toes. Roots to the heels, pressing into the hands. Come into your downward dog. Allowing the weight to be heavy in the hips, going down to the legs. Your arms are just out there to support you. Spreading the fingers wide, keeping the weight out of the wrist so you don't tire. We'll lift the right leg. We'll step the right leg through, hands framing, and we'll pivot the left heel to the floor. Coming up with our right elbow on the right thigh. We'll take the left arm to the sky, and we'll slowly straighten the right leg out. Allowing the right arm to come parallel to the floor. We just bounce the arms here. Now we have our warrior pose. We have our front foot 90 degrees forward, and our rear foot is curved about 15 degrees in. Although that's our foundation. Remember at the beginning of our class, we said we're going to find our foundation. Slowly begin to bend into the right knee. Come into our warrior pose right here. The hips are square, the hips are open, shoulders are over the hips. Weight is in our feet, coming up. So we want to make sure our foot is always 90 degrees here, protecting the knee. Knee is directly over the heel. Knee is in line with the toes. Standing open just like a warrior. Look at that pose Patrick has there, perfect. We'll hold this for a moment. Take an inhale, we'll lift the right arm to the sky. Left hand comes to the outside of the left leg. Begin to straighten the right leg. On the exhale, bend into the right leg. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bending the right leg back into a warrior. Exhale, peaceful warrior, arm comes up. Exhale, we'll take our windmill our hands to the floor, framing the right foot. Coming back on the toes of the left foot, stepping back to our plank. We'll lower down. Heart comes up, inhale. Exhale, we'll slide our boots to the heels. Come to our top of our toes. Lifting the heels up, down to our downward dog. Inhale, we'll lift the left leg this time. We'll step it through. We'll pivot the right heel to the floor. Keeping our heels parallel to one another. We'll bring our left elbow up to our knee again one more time. Lift our right hand up to the sky. We begin to straighten out the left leg. Bring the right arm parallel to the floor. Then we find our warrior stance on this side as well. Right leg is straight. Patrick has an angle on the right leg there as well. We'll just bounce our arms here for a moment, just like we did on the right side. Always keeping the balance in the body, a strong foundation. We'll slowly on the inhale, we'll drop into our right knee, find our warrior pose. 90-degree bend in the left leg, hips are open, shoulders over the hips, arms are parallel to the floor. We're standing very strong, strong foundation. Take our gaze over the front of the left fingers. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, we'll straighten the left leg. Right arm comes, hand comes to the outside of the left leg, stretching high to the sky, warrior. This is our gentle warrior. Exhale, lower back down into our warrior pose. Inhale, gentle warrior. Exhale, warrior. One more, inhale, warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands to the floor, framing the right foot, coming to the right toes, step back to your plank. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, we'll lower back to our downward dog. Glutes to the heels, slowly lift the glutes to the sky, pressing into the hands, fingers spread wide. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, we'll walk it forward slowly. Inhale, we'll lift halfway. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae. Shoulder blades down the spine. Strong mountain pose. From here, we'll step back with our right foot. Bring your feet parallel with a nice wide stance. And turn the other way around, Patrick, to your left, I'm sorry. Step back with your left foot, I apologize. We're gonna open up our chest a bit. We're gonna lick our hands between our back. Pointing our knuckles firmly to the floor. We're gonna interlace the fingers. Knuckles press into the floor. Heart lifts high, head rolls back. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, we'll fold over. Again, that external rotation in the thighs, opening up the hips, protecting the lower spine. Hands come over the shoulders, over the head, allowing the arms to lay heavy, creating a nice stretch in the back of the hamstrings as you open up the shoulders. Be mindful not to crunch into the neck. Allow the body just to hang, stretching open the hamstrings. Slowly allow those hands just to drape to the floor. With the hands on the outside of the knees, we'll slowly begin to rock side to side. Put it into the right knee as the bum stays low, just stretching out the leg, the hamstrings. Inhale to the right. Inhale to the left. Slowly take our hands up to our hips, legs straight wide. And slowly on the inhale, we'll rise slowly. Take our hands out to the sides wide. We'll slowly walk the heels in, coming into our goddess pose. On the hips to drop low. Bring our hands out wide. Drop the bum a little bit, Patrick. With your toes pointing out about 45 degrees. Just opening up our hips this morning. Nice. Just rock side to side with me again. Just open up those hips. We'll just rock lower and lower. How low can you go? Inhale, we'll rise. Hands come there. Exhale, we'll slowly lower the hands into the heart as we drop deep down into our hips again. Inhale, we'll rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. We'll hold it. We'll come low. Slowly walk the heels in a little closer. We'll come into our garland pose. Opening up the hips, pressing our elbows firmly into the knees. Come back to the breath. Come back to your intention. Close the eyes. Take a deep inhale. Slowly open the eyes. Let the hands come to front of you on the mat. On our inhale, we'll slowly lift the hips. We'll pivot the right foot to the front of the mat. We'll bring the left foot up to meet the right. Create a front fold to the front of our mat. We'll take an inhale, we'll halfway lift. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we'll slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Take a deep inhale, lifting the hands, one more flow. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we'll lift halfway. Exhale, we'll step back to our plank. Lower down. Inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, we'll slowly lower the glutes to the heels. Pressing back into your downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Step it through. Bring the left knee to the floor. Come into that runner's lunge and slowly allow the right leg to straighten as the right toes curl back towards you. Allow that hamstring to stretch, keeping the left knee directly under the left hip. This is the little monkey pose. It's like a half split. So when you fold over the leg, try not to curl the spine, allow the belly to rest on the thigh. Just pull the toes back towards you. Feeling the hip in the socket. Where the hip connects with the pelvis, just move it around in there a bit. Allowing the foot to rock side to side. Inhale, we'll roll back up on the sole of the right foot. Allow the right hand to come inside the left foot, the right foot. We'll reach back and we'll grab that left leg. A nice stretch in the left hamstring. Left quadricep, I'm sorry. Be gentle with yourself, don't hurt yourself, find your balance. Slowly allow that left leg to fall to the floor. Slowly we'll rock it back into that right leg again. Straighten the right leg. Coming back to the sole of the right foot, we'll bring the left foot to meet the right. Coming halfway lift. Exhale, we'll fold. Step back into our plank. Lowering down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, toes curl. Glutes to the heels, lift up to your downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Step the left leg through. Allow the right knee to come to the mat. Slowly allow the left leg to straighten out. Toes curling back towards you. Framing the right leg, making sure the knee of the right leg is directly into the right hip. Nice half split there. Just stretching out the hamstring again. We're doing all those folds. And stepping back with the legs. Just being mindful of the muscles of the legs. Slowly come to the heel of the right foot, bring the left foot. Left hand comes inside the left foot as we reach back to grab the right foot. Slowly allowing that right leg to come to the floor. We frame the left foot, we'll step it back to our plank. We'll lower down. Heart lifts heavy. Exhale, taking the glute to the heels. Lifting the bone. Pressing into the heels, coming to our downward dog. Exhale, we'll take it to our child's pose, allowing our knees to come to the outside of the mat. Forehead comes to the mat. Coming back to our intention. Coming back to your breath. Allow the hips to be heavy. Toes come together at the back of your mat. Back to the breath. Slowly walk the hands back. We'll come to a seat on the legs to come out in front of us. We'll take the heel of our left foot inside of our right leg. Work on the hips again. We'll take a deep inhale, allow our hands to come high. The exhale will fold over to our right leg. Allow the hands to drape around the legs. The inhale will drag the hands back. Inhale high. Exhale will fold. Inhale. Hands to the sky. Exhale and fold. Inhale one more time. Exhale will fold. And we'll hold the body over. We'll try to grab for the right foot. Either grab the ankle, if you're able to reach further, you interlock the fingers around the right foot, and stretching the hip on the left side. You're mindful that the toes of the left foot are curled to protect the knee. When you flex the foot, you tighten up all the muscles in the front of the shin to protect the knee. Just fall into the pose, don't force anything. Take a deep inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Slowly we'll rise. We'll come into our cobbler's pose where our heels of our feet meet together. Allow the knees just to fall heavy. Try not to focus on the knees meeting the mat, but the outside of the thighs coming slowly to the floor. Heart lifts high. Exhale. Inhale, we'll extend the left foot. On the inhale, we'll take our hands up to the sky. Exhale, we'll fold over the left leg, draping the hands around the leg. We'll inhale as we drag the hands back. Take them high to the sky. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, drag. Exhale and fold. Inhale. And exhale. Stay folded over the leg. Either grab the ankle. Right, you can drape the hands and lock the fingers around the left foot. Feel free to. Don't force it. Just allow the body to fall over the leg, stretching the back of that right hip. Mindful of the right toes, protecting the knee on the right side. Allow the body just to fall over the left leg. We'll slowly come back, bringing the left foot to meet the right, back into our cobbler's pose. Stretching the hips, opening up the hips today. Allow the knees to fall to the mat. Heart lifts high. Back to your breath. Exhale everything out the mouth with me. Inhale one more time. Exhale out the mouth. This time, inhale, lift the knees. Wrapping the hands around the knees. We'll lift the legs out wide. Exhale, we'll take our hands between our legs. We'll slowly fold forward. Inhale, we'll press back. Hands come under the knees. We'll lift it back, coming back into our cobbler's pose. Inhale, we'll lift. Exhale it out. Inhale, lift underneath the knees, spread the legs wide. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll lift. Cobbler's pose, feet come together. Inhale, chest. Exhale it out. Inhale, lift the legs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Cobbler's pose. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, feet come together. Exhale, extend the feet out straight in front of you. And we'll slowly come into our boat pose. Lifting our legs parallel to the mat. Shins come parallel to the mat. If you need the support, you can bring your hands just behind your hips. I'm gonna do a little core work here. The rest of us, if you don't need that support, allow the hands to come just outside the knees. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, we'll lower down. Inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, we'll relax. The arms come to the side of the body. Do a little bridge pose. We're bending our knees. Our knees will be high. Knees parallel with the hips, feet parallel with the knees, everything's in line. Allow the arms to stand on the sides. Allow your fingertips slightly to drape the back of your heels. That's how close you want your heels to your glutes. Where your fingertips are right there and your heels are right under your knees. On our inhale, we're gonna lift our hips, pressing into the back of our arms, assisting as we press into our feet, lifting our hips up high to a bridge pose. Little example here, I'll take an inhale, my hips will come up, my hands will come underneath my back, and I'll press into the mat. So the inhale, join with me as we press firmly into the feet, the hips will come up. Inhale, lift. Shoulder blades roll under the back, fingers interlock just below the glutes, pressing the triceps firmly into the mat, using the feet, press firmly into the floor, knees stay parallel to the hips. Knees come tight together. Inhale, press the hips high. Exhale, slowly roll it down vertebrae by vertebrae as the arms roll out from underneath you. Awesome job, Patrick. Inhale, we'll lift. Can't tell you had a birthday party yesterday. Arms pressing firmly into the floor. Exhale, we'll slowly roll it down vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale one more time, hips come high. Triceps press into the mat, we'll hold. Exhale, we'll hold. Inhale deep, lift high. Pressing the feet firmly into the mat. Exhale, lower down. Awesome. Take the feet to the outside of the mat as the knees come together. Allow your legs just to rock side to side. Allow those hips to open up. We just put a lot of weight on them. We stretch them out. Next time you come to the right side, allow the knees to come to the floor. Place the right ankle on the outside of the left knee, just adding a little extra weight. As you take your gaze over to the left, allow the body just to lay, as it will, just allow the body weight just to lay, stretching open the left side of the body. Take your gaze over the left shoulder. Awesome. Taking the right ankle off the knee, allow the legs to fall over to the left side. Taking the left ankle on the outside of the right knee this time. Extending the right arm out long. look over the right shoulder. Allow the body just to stretch open on the right side, in front of the right hip, and the obliques. Doing a lot of bending and folding this morning. Slowly bring the feet back to the mat. Give ourselves a little hug. Take our knees to our chest. Roll side to side on the spine. Little massage. Just rocking the body side to side. Take our hands to the mat. We'll extend the heels up to the sky. We'll slowly lower the legs from 4, 3, 2, 1. As the heels meet the floor, allow the feet to fall to the side. Body becomes heavy. Shoulder goes all under the back. Palms raised to the sky. Head, legs, levy on the floor. Relax the jaw. Eyes closed. Come back to your intention. Now the body just stays super heavy. Just move it around mindfully for about 45 minutes, 50 minutes. I'd like to thank you as you thank your body for coming here this morning. Becoming mindful with the mat and yourself and bringing it all together. Again, the mat is your metaphor for life. I mean, you're mindful on this mat as you're moving step by step. Like I always say, when we come to our mat, we bring everything that we had the night before in the morning. It's been a few days since I've seen you guys. I don't know if you practice in between, but everything we bring to our mat, we leave here on the mat, and we start the day fresh and anew. That's why they call this the dead pose. As you come to the mat, all those functions, you leave them to start fresh and anew. Start a new beginning. We'll roll over to the right side of our body into our fetal position. Knees come on top of each other, ankles come together. Take the right hand under the head if you want a little comfort. Take a moment to thank yourself, as always. Being mindful and thankful for what we have and grateful, especially in these times, that we're able to come here with our technology that we have, just to take a moment for ourselves, to come to our community. We have a lot to be grateful of these times, as so much is uncertain. Every day they're changing or extending our work days, well, how many days we have off. Everyone's trying to figure out what they can apply for, applications. So much is uncertain. Sorry, as I started you off with all this again, the burden of our everyday lives. But that's what we have right now. As you come to a seated position, with your eyes closed to the front of your mat, remember that intention. Remember why you came here today. Take a deep inhale with me. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, we'll take our hands up over our head. Exhale, our hands come together in front of our hearts. Inhale, our hands up to our third eye as I thank you and the guides that have come before me to guide me in this practice, to share with you. I go, namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good day. you.